So, question: how do you feel about what's been going with everybody with the evolution of women in hip hop? Now, I ain't saying female. I hate to say it like that. Women in hip hop. How do you feel like? How do you feel now seeing the evolution of women in hip hop?
From that time,
from that time,
now.
yeah, from
I personally, I really think that it's amazing, when you have women that can work together. I work with a lot of women here in the underground hip hop in Cleveland, Ohio. So, and we collaborate on a lot of different music and stuff like that, and also perform together. So, I really think it's awesome for women to stand as power, and show great attitude towards one another and respect and stuff towards one another when we queen irons of the mic.
okay. So there's a couple of hip hop artists I gotta shout out. First of all, I gotta shout out Poison Ivy. I am
Yes.
Piranha. Indica Spitz.
Yes.
China, yeah, China Blow, and Coco, the DJ, Coco
Yes.
Z. That is here on NervDJs.com. So have like collaborating with, like, I saw you at the Supreme Honor, the Queens Edition at the old Kings and Queens, which is now True. How was that experience like for you performing?
It was amazing. It was really amazing. Especially being on the stage. During that time, I had already been rocking this stage with, I come up under, first of all, I come up under Poison and Indica.
Uh-huh.
So when I first came in, I was watching them.
Really?
Yeah. I was watching them.
Wow.
Yeah, almost definitely. So those are most definitely my true inspiration queens for the underground. And then eventually later on in my career, I met China Blow and I met Piranha. And of course many other female artists and stuff.
You got any? I forgot one more. I don't know if you heard of her, Brittany Blasey.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, okay. She's on the west side. But any other women hip hop artists I missed here in Cleveland?
Of course. You got Lady Prophet.
All right.
You got Lady Prophet out there doing her thing. And I also work with Baby Pitt. So
really?
Okay,
oh,
yeah. So that's another queen right there. So yeah, like about 3 years or so ago, we was all running the stage and stuff together.
Okay. So any performances? I know the pandemic has shut everything down. You got to probably get shots and stuff. So any performances that you have coming up, or you just waiting right now?
Oh yeah, they have been reaching out for me to come get on the stage, but right now I'm working on a lot of my new music and my visuals. So I'm in and out of town and stuff right now because I'm recording in Charlotte right now.
Really?
And so I got that on hold for a hot sec because when I hit my stage this time, it's gonna be a whole different thing.
Okay. So how
when you say a whole different thing, well, I'm intrigued.
Right.
What's happening?
What I'm gonna be doing? So I just stepped it up a little bit. So I'm gonna most definitely, like I said, I'm working on my visuals.
Okay.
So I will have my visuals with me while I'm performing. My projector, all that up to while I'm performing. Other artists that I'm gonna collab with out of town. So I'll be doing a lot of that. Yeah. So I'm real excited and stuff about that, which is all new for me.
Okay.
Especially when we get my visuals and stuff up like that.
Yeah. So you got your visuals. So when you talk about your visuals, like the videos.
To all the new music that I'm doing.
Okay. So what are we expecting from Ms Cla'etto in the future?
What are you expecting from Ms Cla'etto in the future? Well, as far as my music?
Yes.
Oh, as far as my music for the future, this right here, traveling. I have projects that I'm working on over in Tallahassee, Florida, so that's going crazy. An artist that I'm featured on over there goes by the name of Shane. That's Newborn Music. So
Okay.
shout out to Newborn Music,
Shout out to
Tallahassee, Florida.
Okay.
So I'm on part of their project, which I've been on for a couple of years now. So the song that I'm featured on, it hit number one chart on the charts over that way.
Okay.
So I had to do the TikTok.
I
had to do the TikTok, which was the first.
How was the
download
TikTok? How was the TikTok for you?
It was interesting. I did it when I was up in Charlotte a few weeks ago. So it was very interesting, getting on the TikTok and then you can play around with all the effects and stuff. So, I did that. So you can really expect that. I'm part of a TV show with Curtis Red Entertainment. That's Cleveland Soul to Comeback. So that's all back on the move. Things get, certain projects that get held up because of the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So, but how I look at it is, it was great.
Right.
Like 2020 was a great year for me, for real.
For creators, it was.
Most definitely. So, and then when they opened back up the door this year, everything is like at a blast, like this going and this going. So it's been really awesome for me. For real. I can really see my career, going, and it's headed in a great direction.
That's great. So, so 2020 was a good year, great year for you. And I just got on TikTok recently, so trying to get right, 2 for me. So I'm like, I'll join the community. It's like, kind of fun, interesting sometimes, But how do you feel about, because there was some criticism about certain artists. Like, let's get into this past weekend with the Kid Cudi situation with him wearing the dress and down there in Cocoa Bay, and a lot of people didn't like it. And then you got the WAP with the Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B performing on the Grammys. How do you feel about those situations as a hip hop artist?
Well, I didn't hear anything about Cardi B. I didn't catch that, but I did see Kid Cudi. I saw Kid Cudi, and I saw that other artist,
Lil Nas X.
Yes. So what.
There's the first blooper of the night.
It really disturbed me.
Really?
It did disturb me when I
Lil
saw
Nas
it.
X did?
Yeah.
Okay.
It disturbed me a little bit, and cause I just like what is coming over the world, and then as a representation as for black men, the young ones coming up that that are looking
right,
and is it making them think like, hey, this is what you got to do so that you can be this or that. I just think it's just an embarrassment and disgrace for black men. And I just think it's degrading our black man. Every time you turn around.
Oh.
So even if that is who he actually is.
So, I had a conversation with another artist. So, that's fine. Be who you are.
Okay.
Because people accept you who you are.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Oh, I'm most definitely with it. Be who you are. So, you don't want to see me all the time. Hey, I present myself. Hey, I'm a girl. I'm in this and this and that. Then, you're moving around about life. Then you see something else. Well, wait a minute. Is that Cla'etto? Does she look like a boy? It's like not confuse the people. We are in the 21st century.
Mm-hmm.
Homosexuality is well respected. I have it in my family. I have nothing against it.
Okay.
Be comfortable who you are, and just live your life like that.
Right.
I feel like that's what Lil Nas X is doing, though. That's why I asked that.
Yeah.
Well, but
Is it really disgraceful if you're just being yourself?
If you're just being yourself, or is it? It just seemed like it was just so more demonic.
Right. It's like
It
the gay
deserves.
thing. I ain't got to worry about him dancing with demonic things like Satan. Yeah, I had a problem with that. I ain't watching.
Yeah. I can't find no shoes.
Can't find it. See, that's good. You see this.
Well, I had to throw a joke in there, but
All right.
I think it really, not it disturbed me, but it disturbed me to the degree because the younger generation. What about the children and the kids, that are looking? It's confusing and making them think, hey, is this what he's supposed to be? Is this what he is?
Right. Here's the thing. And the buzzer has signed it from the Human T-Rex. We got a lot going on. We got this, we got a lot of things going on as far as, mostly we talk about political. I'm going to get to the bullshit in Minnesota in a minute. And really, I'm like angry still. Plus, I'm going through something else, and I'll just talk about it after the first break is over. But how can people find the stuff that you're doing right now? How can people find the stuff that you already done?
Ms Cla'etto _CLAETTOIG.
Okay, that's what's up.
Hey.
So, how did you get the name Cla'etto?
How did I get the name Ms Cla'etto?
Yeah.
Now, music was around me for my younger siblings. One of them was living with me at this particular time, so he loved to make beats and he loved to make rap. Come on, me, get on it. They was on me for about 2 years. I wasn't really on it. After I had my last child, that was 2021. Had her in November. About middle of November, they in the kitchen one night. Come on, Meek. Because they called out my name.
Right.
Come on, Meek. Get in here and come on in here with us. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do it. I got up and went in that kitchen, and I just started freestyling. So I actually started out freestyling, and I had to learn how to write. So, and then, I'm in the floor and I'm rapping. So then it was like this, it was like a whole life just opened up to me. So I instantly started thinking, oh, I have to have a name. I knew all of that. I had to have a name. So I was like, well, I'm classy and I'm ghetto. So I said, hey, Ms Cla'etto.
And that is the nail. It's very that you know what it is. That is very unique. Classy, ghetto, Cla'etto. Okay, so you just hit it on it like you just hit on it, and it stuck, and everybody was like, of course, the hyphen in the middle.
Yes.
So.
You gotta be fancy.
Like you looking like now, like you look like you just stepped off the damn movie screen, like you acted in something. Are you? Is acting in your future?
Oh yeah, that's what I'll do that now. That's what Cleveland Soda Comeback is. That's a TV show. Oh yeah, with Curtis Red Entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out. So yeah, I'm part of that. So yeah, that's going great too. So I only can say that much about that because that's most definitely contract.
Right. So. Speaking of saying something and meeting people, shouting out people, the person that contacted me about you coming on this show is none other than Flex and Twan. And as everybody knows, when I was back in the Cake Boy, Cake Girl days with the Flexer, how did you get in contact with Flex and Twan?
Flex and Twan, shout out to Flex and Twan, who's actually my A&R manager. So, actually, me and Flex, we met collaborating on another artist's music. Tino Green, and it's another artist. I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes I'm not good with names.
Mm-hmm.
But we met collaborating on another artist's song, which is called Futuristic Pimpadelics.
Uh-huh.
That was a pimp. That's song for the
Futuristic Pimpadelics. Sound like Twan, but... I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, which was Tino's song, and me and Flex featured on it. So
Mm-hmm.
I was already on there, and they sent it. And they sent it over to him, and then so that's how we met.
Okay, so and y'all known each other for ever since.
Yeah, ever since.
Ever since. That's what's up. So I'm actually glad that I've been trying to It's been a wild, crazy thing because I've been trying to I was actually hoping every single woman from the hip-hop artists was on here. But, getting everybody together, schedules and all that, I understand it. But I'm actually glad you're here now and looking fabulous. So let's get back to the other, the women in general as far as hip-hop. How do you feel at this point in 2021, how far women have progressed and how much do they still have to go, far to go?
Well, I think right now that we, at our peak, because the industry is open for female artists. So I think right now we at our peak, so we're, with all the hard work that we have put in for this far, and doors are starting to open, it's like, I look at it like graduating from college and you're ready to go to the pros. So that's how I foresee it. So we're ready. So we're at that point, and of course the journey still continues because the journey doesn't stop. The journey still continues, and we still have ways to go.
Okay. So who do you look at now as far as the number one women in the industry besides looking at yourself?
You talking about is underground industry or that?
Overall, first underground, then mainstream. Underground.
On the underground side.
Uh-huh.
On the underground side, I'm actually Indica Smith.
Okay.
Who will be making her present, but yeah, Indica Smith.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna give her that crown.
Okay, and as far as mainstream.
As far as mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to go with my ultimate Missy Elliott.
Really?
Yeah.
Reason?
Missy Elliott, who's a fabulous artist, fabulous producer, fabulous songwriter. When Missy Elliott, no one's like Missy Elliott.
Right, you're right.
When Missy Elliott came in, all the other female artists were, everybody's out doing their thing, you may sound like this, you may sound like that. But when Missy Elliott came in her own lane and was respected in her own lane.
Right.
So we take it to, so there's no other sound. And that's what I think Timbaland is very great at. And that's how I look as far as with myself. Ms Cla'etto, who's her own style, own lane. Coming in and making her own wave and stuff of herself.
So, would you ever which artists, female artists, women artists, would you work with if given a chance?
If given a chance, just right now?
Yeah.
Given a chance, oh, I have to go with Cardi B.
Really?
Yeah, of course I like Cardi B. Cardi B is funny. And she got bars.
So you saying Cardi, you would work with Cardi B, you would pick Cardi over Megan?
I would work with you. Asked me to pick one.
Yeah,
I would
pick
work with Cardi B.
Cardi B. Okay, just because she is funny. She is funny. She give it to these.
And she works, and I watches her. I watch many of them and stuff like that. And I feel me and her will have a lot and stuff in common as far as work, because we work, we have fun at doing it, because that's what it is, folks not snobby, we respect one another, and let's go in here and have fun,
Right, so the thing is with, and just, how hard is it? Is it still hard? You still have to work 3 times as a man in this industry still?
Oh, for sure. People think that it's easy for female artists, but it is not. First of all, we're females. For 1/1, males dominate. Males dominate mostly every field out here except the medical field.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It's interesting. Whenever people say, "Oh, what's it like to be a female hip hop artist?" I'm always like, same thing as it is to be a female lawyer, a female teacher, a female anything.
Males dominate. So my competition is not with me and Lisala, because we're the same.
Right.
The males is our competition. We have to be able to roll with the males.
Absolutely.
You got to have that tough skin. You got to know when to be pleasant.
Especially when you walk in the studio.
Yeah.
All eyes are on you, and then if you do something wrong, all eyes are on you.
You still. Yeah. So,
and they look at you different.
It's, the minute we get to beefing with each other, we lose.
So there's no everybody loses when the family feuds, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we a lot of things, yes, us as women, it's cool to do, we do. But some things it's probably really not cool for us to do as women that it's cool for males to do. And just stand in your lane, ain't nothing wrong with being a tomboy, with some prissy with it. So.
So we got a couple of songs we're gonna feature after the first break. So the thing about it is like you gave us 3, so we're just gonna lay it down the line. So
talking about ladies, the ladies.
Yes, ladies. How did that come about? The ladies.
Ladies, that's one of my newer music too. So I wanted another song for the ladies. One, bringing the ladies together, but 2, also, as queens and kings as well, we all deal with some type of form of hate or jealousy. So I did incorporate a little bit of that, but I try to really keep it more so like positive, where incorporating us women. It's okay for us to compliment each other. It's okay we go out here on the dance floor, we have a good time. You do you, I'ma do me. And we hit the dance floor like UFO. You freak out on the dance floor.
Wow, UFO. So, all right, so is the T-Rex is the call-in number up, 216-249-6658. And I got a comment on my Facebook, Promega the Don. He said women get a pass in the studio. Do you disagree with that?
Oh, I disagree.
No, they don't.
Oh, and my whole camp that I work with is all dominant males. And I would tell you, when I'm in the studio, I'm well respected, but I'm like Diddy in the studio.
Ooh.
Explain.
Explain Diddy in the studio.
Explain.
Yeah, explain Diddy in the studio.
Well, from my understanding, they say when P. Diddy in the studio, you in there to work.
Mm-hmm.
So you in there to work.
Yeah.
We in there to work.
So
We
you
in there to work, create music. That's what we come together for.
So there's no playing around when it comes to Ms Cla'etto, pretty much.
No, we don't get me wrong. We enjoy, we have fun while we are creating our music.
Mm-hmm.
But you ain't playing.
No, we ain't playing. I'm trying to get this done because you got to make it happen. You got to put that work in. You got to be serious because at the end of the day, it's still 90% business. So hey, so if I run into somebody like 50, and the closer you get to industry, the closer that time hit with money too. So things get real. So you want to, when you're in the studio, things that you need to work on when we in our own studios, if you know you need to work on your hooks, if you know you need to work on your verses, if you know you need to work on your bit, that's the time to do it. So when your career does strike and you do get a chance, with the mainstream, you're ready because why? When they go in the studio, they're ready because time is money. So you have to be ready to put the jokes aside and get in there and do what you got to do.
Mm.
Is it still going to be work and creativity? Yes, because you leave room for growth.
Wow. So pretty much chop. Ain't no playing around with you. Ain't no playing around with none of that. Lisala, you have anything to add?
Not before break, no.
Not before. You gonna save it a little bit afterwards. So, Ms Cla'etto.
Yes.
The style that you have is more is I see you in here classy and things of that nature. Is that the style that you put on stage? On stage,
is pretty of a mystery mix going on. So right now I'm probably like in class. I wanted to feel like a little bit business. I'm not performing, so I wanted to show some business because I do look at the radio interview as more so the business.
Mm-hmm.
So hey.
But
so when I'm on the stage, that's full-fledged Ms Cla'etto that you're dealing with.
And what is full-fledged Ms Cla'etto?
Is she and sparkly like Ms Cla'etto now?
Yeah, she's exotic.
Okay.
She's exotic. She's the big booty boss. And she get up there and she do her thing.
Right. So there's a couple of guys gonna be sweating when they see you on stage.
Yeah, oh wow. You know what? I'm gonna literally be honest. Let's just be honest.
Go ahead.
Rex, you got the sound effects ready?
Let
Get this sound effect. Do you know who I'm more respected by men. I'm a lot of respected with women, but it's the women I have the troubles with. Damn! That's my part.
How is that?
Don't come back. Don't ever come back over here. That's what I be having to tell them.
Intimidating.
Oh my! No, well, I'm not intimidated by them.
No, you intimidated them, and it's your influence. It's just the way you walk in the building.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, they be like a sex sponge. Let me tell you about this one incident.
Go ahead.
I'm literally, it literally gave me my defined line. Even though I know, with mainstream, you have to have security. It's, that separation with the stage. I understand it. I totally got the full-fledged of that. One day I was performing, full-fledged on the stage. This is another reason why I do not wear dresses and skirts on the stage. But typically I don't.
Okay.
So, performing. People feeling my music and all this and this and that. So I'm performing, and I end up moving back and staying in one spot. So when I got off, my manager at the time was like, hey, you ain't, because normally you got to ride north, south, east, west. That's all the points on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
I had to because the females in the front kept trying to go up between my legs.
Really?
Yes.
Like, literally trying to.
What they think still up?
Okay. All right, I'm going to just go ahead and say it. They try to molest you on stage?
They try to molest me. I'm like, like literally.
And where was security?
I don't know.
That's how you learned about security.
That's
I
how
got you.
it just I like really got the full glimpse to understanding why that's like that.
Wow.
That
You guys came back.
Yeah, but yeah, the females that were in the front was trying to go up in between my legs as I was performing, which caused me everywhere I moved, they kept. So which caused me to come back, and I stayed there.
Heck yeah.
Because, I deal with a lot of, things and stuff, and I kind of keep my professionalism going because, in this industry, our name is everything. I put a lot in. I don't beef with nobody. I don't got to understand about nobody because I really don't care. That's your life. You live your life. You do what you do. I just don't take part in it. I come out. I do what I got to do as an artist, and then I'm back working on my craft and my own comfort. You know what I'm saying? And I move like that. And when you're reaching for the stars, you have to put that line there anyway. The
Right,
boundaries.
exactly.
You have to have boundaries. You have to be able to separate yourself because the industry is big. It's big, but it's small, and there's a lot of stuff that go on, and it's very easy to get blackballed, even though social media and stuff go on. But word of mouth
It's still
it's still the number one.
Right.
And then so when I got off, they at me.
Oh, they at you.
I want you to go to the home in the bed with me.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
why I don't sleep in nobody's bed but mine.
Right, exactly.
That's all like going
Woo! On that
It
note.
was like such a crazy night. Yeah.
Wow. We got some wine. I got some wine. You want to cool off a little bit, but yeah. But
it was most definitely an
right, it's an experience. So yeah, we got to go to break, and we're going to break with, you said, one of the female artists. We forgot to mention Eve of the Rough Riders with the Past and the DMX. I got to play some Rough Riders. I got to play Eve, the first lady of Double R. What y'all want?
Yeah.
You can't get Ms Cla'etto, but she'll be back when we come back from break on the Headline Eye.